let's take a look at today's work. Basically, the review of the last 2 days. Questions involving percents. If I'm asking you guys for 8%, this is what we did yesterday. My question is, what percent of 27 is 12.9? This case, I'm going to divide my two numbers. And first let me wait for this thing. It just froze for a minute. What I'm going to do, I'm going to divide two numbers. My number on top of the fraction is the is. I'm going to go is over off. Again, I'm just waiting on this thing to... There we go. So I'm going to go 12.9 divided by 27. You notice how is 12.9, right? That's the number next to the is. And then the of is 27. So I'm going is over all. So 12.9. For that one, I'm going to use a calculator. Let's see. 12.9 divided by 27. Let me just write the first four decimal numbers that I see. I have 0.4777. I have to move this two places to the right. I do look at this number because it's big enough. This one increases the following number. So I'm going to call this 47.8%. Once again, I did look at this 7 because it's big enough, right? 5 or more, then it has to increase this other number. That's what we call it 0.8, 47.8. If we look at question number 2, in this case my is 45, and then my of is 124. So I'm going to go 45 divided by 124. So I have 45 divided by 124, and I get the first three numbers that I see are 0.3629. Have to move the decimal two places to the right because the 9 is big enough. This other number is going to go up. So I'm going to call this 36.3%. So we're running it to one decimal place, but we're looking at the second decimal place to see whether our number goes up or down. That's basically how you guys do the first 16 questions. Any questions on those? No? Just remember on the question is over off. So that was the first 16. Let me take a look at number 17. This time I'm giving you guys 8%, and I'm asking you guys for the is. Right? Is what? The way we're going to do this, the 53%, let me write it as a decimal. I'm going to write this as 0.53, right? Because I'm going to move the decimal two places to the left. 0.53, and I'm going to multiply this by 102. So again, my calculator, 0.53 times 102. The calculator gives me 54.06, so I'm going to call this 54.1. Right? Because the 6 was big enough, it made my 0 become a 1. So 54.1. When I look at question number 18, once again, I'm asking you guys for the is. So let me go 0.26 times 106. So 0.26 times 106. The calculator says 27.56. So because this 6 is big enough, I'm going to call this 27.6. The 6 was big enough, so I raised it a little bit. So for the first 16, you divide 17 to 32, you multiply, and then any questions after 32, don't do much. Any questions? You guys did look if there was question number 32. No questions? All right, guys. Make sure you guys finish your work.